This conference will now be recorded.
Right, let's start today's session. In the last session, we were discuss about CRUD operation using Microsoft SQL Server, and today we'll look into same CRUD operations using MySQL. To communicate with MySQL, first of all, we have to just let me check MySQL database, MySQL workbench. So this is the import MySQL.connector. MySQL.connector is a library. Con is a connection object. MySQL.connector.connect is a method. This is the connection string details. Connection string means address path of the database. Username is root. Password is S letter capital. In my case, password is this is. In your case, any password you can give at the time of installation of MySQL. And the host name is localhost. 3306 is the port number. This is how it will get. You can say local host is host name. Port number is 3306. Username is root is there here. These are the details. When we click on this, immediately it will connect to MySQL. But MySQL before connection, it is saying that password here. So password protected here. I'm giving my password Shanvi at the rate of 123. And let's click on OK. So it is connected now. And just to be in the last session, we have not done anything. We are just checking whether it is connecting to MySQL database or not. Okay. So let's go for I want to what we can say increase the font size here. Just give me 1 second. How to increase the font size here in MySQL Workbench? Format. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, here it is the increment action. This is means how to increment this script in the sense control key, then mouse scroll up, scroll down like this. Okay, it is showing formatting. That is one of the options there. Yeah, here also it says. Now look at here in MySQL database left hand side panel. There is no databases are available right now. Okay, let's create a database here. Okay, how to create database through command. I want to create a database through command. Through command, I have to create database. Okay. So what is database? How to create database? We'll see now. So this code is only for establish connection to the MySQL, whether it is connecting successfully or not. I'm checking. So that's what this connection string details I placed inside the try block only. If try block is execute everything, then connected successfully, we can say that. When it will say if connection object dot is connected method is true. If is connected method is true, then connected successfully. Otherwise, just it is saying unable to connect only clear. It's saying what? Unable to connect. Let's run this one here. Example. Right now at this moment we are connecting successfully. If any changes like password is wrong, username is wrong, like this. Okay. I'm taking username is wrong username I'm giving. Now you can see unable to connect it is saying. So that means something went wrong. So only all the credentials are correct, then only it will connect it to the server. Otherwise, not. This is only connection purpose only. I'm not doing anything. I'm not creating database or something like this. Okay. Now I want to create a database. To create a database, then we have so many commands are there. Let me open that all the commands like this. So I have clearly documentation, MySQL programs. This documentation I have sent already advanced Python. Have you download advanced Python document from WhatsApp group? Even I have sent to your mails also. So complete PDF I have sent. Okay. So you can check out there. And even Django REST API document also, PDF also have uploaded in our WhatsApp group. Okay, if you want, you can download that also. But Django and REST API without attending classes, you can't prepare. That is a matter. That is complex to understand the Django. Only material is not enough for Django and what we can say REST API. Now we can see example 2 I'm discussing. Same pattern, example 2, example 1, same. This is the common code. This is the common code. Okay, common code is whatever I have written, this is the common code. Only the thing is here, SQL Server query will change. Now you can see this is the only extra thing I'm adding here. Look at here, copy this code and paste into here, where at the end of the program. Now what is this code here? SQL is my query variable. Create a database name is just I'm creating my own database, Python 7am database I'm preparing, Python 7am. This is, so this is my database name, sir. So SQL is a SQL query, it's a variable, create database name. So cursor is a variable, con dot cursor only. Cursor dot execute, what statement need to execute this cursor? Method SQL. SQL means this is. Instead of passing SQL here, we can also copy and paste it here also, no problem. So cursor I'm closing, connection I'm closing. Because after executing statements, you must and should close cursor as well as connections are compulsory. Okay. So these are the cases. Whenever we execute this program, immediately connected successfully, it will say. And also I want to say that database created, I have to say that. Database created. Okay. But before executing this, let's go and check out in MySQL. Do you have any database with a name called Python 7am here? No. Only we have one database like Django project 4pm is there. This is okay. Django project 4pm. This is only project is the latest project. But you can see left hand side which one is the highlighted strong text here. Django project 4pm top strong text is there. No? That strong text database currently you are using this database that indicates that. Okay, database also called as schemas. These are the schemas. But once I execute this program, like creating database program, create database name is Python 7am. Once I hit this run, now you can see you can able to create a database here. Connected successfully. After connected successfully, database also created, sir. Okay, database also created. Now let's try to go back and check out in MySQL whether database is created or not. You can check. You can refresh this one. Here you can see there is a refresh button is there clearly. You can refresh it. Once we refresh, database created or not. Which database created? Python 7am database is created. Okay, Python 7am database is created. Now you can see this database right now not in use. How do we make this in use? Double click on Python 7am. Now strong text is available for this Python 7am now. That indicates that you are using right now 7am database only, or you are in Python 7am database right now. Okay. Now next, when we go to expand, there are no tables are available. You can see tables folder is there. There is no table is available in this Python 7am database. Got my point? Yes, no table is available. Let's minimize this. Let's create a table now. To create a table, again, one more query we have to pass. This is the common text, common query. But now you can see we have to pass this only. Only query will be changed. What is that query will be changed? This query will be changed. SQL query will be changed. This is SQL query. But observe carefully. Here, one thing you have to remember strictly. We are changing query. It's okay, fine. What query we are changing? Create table. Table name is employee table emp. The columns are id integer, name varchar of 20, address is varchar of 20, like this. Okay. Now connected successfully and table created successfully also. Table created. Table is created. Now where tables generally can create? Okay, inside the database. Yes or no? So what is your database? Python at 7a. But how does this program knows in which database this table should create? Did I mention any table database name? You can check out here. We are only connecting this credentials, but we have not mentioned any database name. Compulsory database name also required. Okay. So that's what here. Don't forget to mention database name. Database name equals to Python 7am is your database name, sir. Because database name is important here. Python 7am database. Python 7am is created. Okay, Python 7am. This is the database. Python 7am is the database. Got my point? 7am is the database clearly. We are preparing 7am database. In this database, we are trying to create what actually table. Table name is emp table. ID one column, name another column, address another column, like this. So this is what actually completely connected successfully. Once I run this, now you can see create connected successfully, table is created. Let's go and check out in database MySQL table is created or not. How do we know that table is created? Just you can refresh this once, refresh button by hitting this. And in this Python 7am database, you can expand tables and there is a table is created. You can expand table columns and columns also clearly ID column, name column, address column is there here. Okay, ID column, name column, address column. The information, if you want ID column, you can see below, you can see ID integer column name is there, what we can say definition, address, and column list is available here. When we select the columns and column list is ID integer, name is varchar, address is varchar, and table information, if you want, you can select the table, table name and column name, tables totally your database information, like this. Okay, here also we can pass the data is there or not. How to do? Select the star from your table name is what? emp. So I'm executing this one. Select this and click on execute button. Execute the selected portion for the script of everything. If there is no selection also, yes, now you can see this is what you are. Now you can see here. This is that ID, name, address. Okay, here grid format if you want. Okay, field type if you want. These are the ID, name, address are available, and query sets of query sets format if you want. You can select the format also here. So many formats are there. Result grid I am selecting because I want to show you the details here. ID, name, address. But here ID, name, address is column names are there, but there is no data is available. I am reading the data here by using select star from emp. There is no records. I want to insert the records from where? From front end. Front end means this is. So to insert the record purpose, we have to go for other query like this. Just insert query only have to pass. This is the insert query, sir. But make sure that after inserting, deleting, updating, you must and should save the changes, or your transaction should be saved. Then to save the transaction purpose, don't forget to use commit command. Commit means save the transaction, save the query here. Con dot commit. Commit makes this is going to be saved. Now I'm trying to insert into where this Python 7am database. I'm passing insert into table name is what? EMP. What you are trying to insert? ID I'm inserting, name I'm inserting, address I'm inserting. Values of 101 is the person ID, Sai is the name, Hyderabad is the address. So now table is created, not here. Record is inserted. Record is inserted. I'm taking. Record is inserted. Once record is inserted or not, let me check this. So record is inserted clearly. Connected successfully, record is inserted. So let me go and check out record is inserted or not. So let's hit this select star from EMP for just checking whether record is inserted or not. 101 Sai Hyderabad is inserted or not. Yes. So record successfully inserted clearly. Okay, record successfully inserted clearly. Got my point? Yes. Next, coming to this, I want to insert multiple records, or not only single record. Right now, only one record insertion I'm showing here. Only one record insertion. At a time, can't we insert multiple records? Yes, it is possible. So at a time, if you want to insert multiple records, then this is the way. So look at your SQL query I'm changing, only query I'm changing. Multiple records also at a time we can insert into database table. Only query need to be changed here. This query need to be changed. Look at here. SQL is the query statement variable. Insert into table name, EMP, ID, name, address, values. Now 102 Mohan, SR Nagar, and 103 Shashi Amirpet. These details, two records are inserted. Like even multiple records also you can insert. Even more records you want, you can insert it. So 2, 3 records we can insert at a time like this. So records inserted, records are inserted. Just message I'm passing. Connected successfully, records are inserted onto the same database. Once we run this, now you can see we'll get the message connected successfully, records are inserted. Go back to your database table and refresh this select star from EMP. You got 2 more records inserted into this database table clearly. Okay, this is the case. So 101, 102, 103, 3 records are gets inserted or not? Yes. So how many records? Total 3 records are there right now in my database table. Next, here how to delete one of the record. So particular ID based, I want to delete one record. Yes, we are deleting record here. Deleting record is also very simple. These are the simple SQL statements. And this is SQL statements for deleting the record. And let's copy and paste into this. Only every time query is changing, sir. Remaining pattern is same. Okay. So remaining script is completely same, but only the thing is query is changing every time, because SQL statements are important to communicate with the database. Using this SQL statement only, so we can communicate with the database, and we are saying that we are inserting, deleting, updating like this. Using SQL statement only, we are doing this. Okay, using SQL statement. So delete from employee table where ID equals to 102. Which record you are trying to delete? 101 record I'm trying to delete. So record deleted, we can say that. Record is deleted like this. So once I hit this, run this, now you can see connected successfully, record is deleted like this. Record is going to delete. So let's check it once, select star from EMP. Now you can see record is 101 is deleted here. Only 2 records are there. Previously there was a 3 records, 101, 102, 103 like that. But 2 records only available here in this case. Okay. Next, if you want to update the records, simple update command you have to pass. Select SQL statement here. Update table name is EMP, set name equals to Manoj. I'm setting updation records. Update table name EMP, set name equals to Manoj, address equals to Secunderabad, where ID equals to 102. So 102 person name and address I'm changing here. Let's copy this. So updating the record. Update table name EMP, set name equals to Manoj, address equals Secunderabad, where ID equal to 102. Right now 102% record details are what? Mohan and SR Nagar. But in place of this Mohan name and address SR Nagar, I want to update the data. So what data I'm updating here? Manoj name I'm updating, address is updating. So record is updated like this. So once I execute this, only record updating clearly. Record is updated. How we want to check? Just we can check with database like this. Manoj and Secunderabad record is updated successfully. Yes, updated successfully record. Next, coming to this here, I want to uh, what we can say retrieve the records. Retrieve the records means so far we discuss only how to create table database, how to create table into database, how to insert multiple records, how to update, how to delete. But I want to retrieve the data from database. Already my database is having some records. That records I want to retrieve it. So how to retrieve that records means reading the data from database. This concept is which database? Python 7am database from MySQL. So a select star from EMP. This is my table query. So reading the data from database. So this command is required. So what we are passing here only I'm passing it to database side only. We are retrieving two records. No, similarly in the front end I have to pass. Front end means PyCharm editor here. Back end means MySQL database. Select star from EMP. After reading the data from database, I have to fetch the records. How to fetch the records? This is the fetch the records. So these two I'm selecting here. Just observe. Now where we have to fetch that? After con.cursor execute SQL after I have to fetch the record here. At this moment, commit is not required. We are reading here. Now you can see we are printing the details here. So EMP details is my query set object. Cursor is a variable. Dot fetch all means fetch all is a method. Fetch all records. Yes, I'm fetching all the records from database. How many are there? Two are there. These two records are present into the EMP details. So here I'm just reading the data from database. Yes, we are reading only. No, we are reading the data from database I'm taking. Yes, we are reading the data from database. Let's run this one. We are reading or not? Yes, connected successfully, reading the data from database, and records are available. Two records, 102 Manoj Secunderabad, 103 Shashi Amirpet. But these two records are by default coming in the list and tuple format. Okay, inclusion with list and tuple, multiple records. List format it is. But you want to extract these details from this list? Yes, we can do it. So EMP details is your data base record storage here. From this EMP details, I want to loop through. I want to do this. How to loop through? Loop means for loop. So loop in the sense generally multiple records are there that one by one we can able to display. How we can loop through here? You can see this is the loop through I'm taking. Separately I'm printing here. So for loop, E is the employee record loop variable in where my records are available in where employee details. Here it is there. And one by one record I'm printing separately. Okay, or else you can print like this. Print E means one record first it will print. After that printing that record detailed display I'm taking. ID E of 0. E means loop variable. Of 0 means ID. 1 means name. 2 means address index wise. This is also possible, sir. Let's try to execute this. Now you can see first we are reading total employee details list format. In this list, I'm extracting one by one record. This record is extracted and display here. And from this record, I'm printing detailed 101 ID is equal to 102, 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. This is tuple format. And if you don't want to print this one, you can comment it now. Okay, I don't want to print complete details and I don't want to print single record also. Directly detailed printing is required means detailed printing you can do directly. So 102 ID, one name, Manoj first record, second record 103 Sesi Amirpet, like this we are printing the details. Got my bad? This is what reading the data from database, fetching all records, how many records are available. So this is completely CRUD operations, create, read, update, delete with MySQL. And last program I'm showing here, this program is just all together at a time how to perform in one shot. Like how we perform in the last session, Microsoft SQL Server database, all operations at one shot. That program I'm showing now in this MySQL connector, you can see this. At a time, I'm going to perform all the operations in one program only. These all programs also available in my PDF documentation. You can practice while watching the documentation details. Look at here, I am going to explain the program here. Import mysql.connector. Import mysql.connector is there. And globally, I'm taking two variables. Cursor equals to empty, con object equals to empty. These two globally, why I'm using in the sense I have to use these two variables in many places in my programming. That's what better to give in global section only. So first the control will jump into try block. Generally try block inside what code we can place, sir, according to my exception handling. Inside the try block, generally we can place a risky code. Risky code means there is a chance to get exception in that code. So try block I'm using. Now connection, con is a connection object. MySQL is your connection database connection name. Connector.connect, host localhost, database equals to, make sure that change your database name. Python 7am is my database name. User is root and password is what actually Shanway data of 1 2. So cursor is a variable. What is cursor actually? Cursor is a memory location of your records. Okay. So where you want to store after executing your statements, that records here only. Connection.cursor, cursor.execute. So here we are trying to create a new table completely. So there is no relation with our old table, EMP table. Okay. Forget about EMP table. Right now, tables are there. EMP table only one is there in 7am database. But now with this, in this example, I'm showing creating new table completely. Create table, table name is student table. And records are, you can see SID, student ID, integer 5. Integer 5 means 5 numbers, 5 range numbers only we can take SID. Primary key is there, means it is not going to allow any duplicate ID or null IDs. Compulsory ID supplied, ID should be supplied, and ID should be integer only, unique only. S name, varchar of 20, and S address, varchar of 10 only, like this. Okay. Now coming to this print table is created, I have to say that once if this executed completion, student table will create with student name, ID, student name, student address. And I'm trying to insert the SQL statement, insert into student SID, SName, S address, values, percentages, percentages, percentages. This type of syntax we have seen in the last session, my Microsoft SQL Server also. Why? Because if you want to pass the values separately, not directly, separately how to pass later for these SQL statements, then insert into student SID, SName, S address, values, percentage S, percentages, percentages, because the values are going to be string format. So percentage S I'm using. Records equals to, now this is records. What, how many records we are passing? Collection records. 101 Sai Hyderabad 1 record, 102 Manoj HYD Hyderabad 2 record. Like this, multiple records you can pass. So 2 records I'm passing. Cursor dot execute many. Why execute many? Because many records you are trying to passing. So execute many command is there, and this command is expecting SQL statement. Yes, SQL I'm passing, and records also I'm passing 2 parameters. These 2 parameters I'm taking, one parameter for SQL statement, other parameter for number of records we are inserting. That's 2 parameters I'm supplying to execute many command method. And connection dot commit means this will be saved, that 2 records will be saved. So finally records inserted successfully, I can say that. After inserted successfully, immediately in this program only, I have to read the data from table, select star from student. And after reading, the data will come and stored into data object. So here cursor dot fetch all, I'm fetching all. So to read the data from student and all the records, I'm fetching all and stored into data. In this data, I'm loop through for row in data. Row means loop variable, in data means here 2 records are available. And each record separately I'm printing just now. Row the 0 means ID, SID, row 1 means S name, row 2 means S address, like this. We are printing some empty statements because record to records, I need some gap actually. That's what I'm printing here. This code will execute successfully if everything is fine. Okay, your database details, query is correct, everything is fine. This code will execute, try block will execute. If any mistakes you are doing in this code, any mistake, then try block simply ignore. Except block will execute. Except block is what is there here? We have a super class of exception. So except block with super class. This is specific except block. As E means what actually exception message here. E means message object, or MSG also we can take. Exception as MSG, I can say MSG. Message it is. And this we have to use MSG here. What message you want, you can type it here. Just I'm typing message. Okay, now. So if connection equal to true, then connection dot rollback. Rollback in the sense if connection is successfully, then it should be rollback. That is no issues. There is a problem with SQL statement. If connection failed, something is wrong. If connection other than connection, then any query issue is there. The problem is with SQL statements only will generate. Else connection wrong is there, connection failed. If connection problem is there, this will execute. If query problem is there, this will execute. So then this block will execute only when the exception occurred in try block only. If there is no exception, try block only will execute. And finally block, in both cases it will execute. After executing this statement, and finally block is compulsory. Why? Because finally block what is mandatory statement. Why? Because mandatory statement, no matter whether SQL statements are executed or not executed, but make sure that I want to close the cursor, I want to close the connection also. This is mandatory thing. So if cursor variable is there, yes. Cursor variable, yes, this is the cursor variable. Then I want to close the cursor, no? Yes, finally block it, just I'm saying cursor close. And if connection, connection close. These two are compulsory, no sir. Whether program executed or not executed, no matter. Compulsory closing connection, closing cursor is compulsory required. That's what. Let's try to do some what we can connection string is. I'm giving password is wrong in this case. So password is missing. What is the problem here? Connection problem or not? Yes. So exception will raise in this program, connection problem. Now you can see connection failed. Okay, access denied for user root at the rate of localhost using password like this. So connection failed means where it is there. Your connection equal to true not. That's what connection problem. Connection problem means connection failed. In case if you don't have connection problem, so connection is fine, means everything is fine, connection string is fine. My problem is actually query problem. Suppose I'm doing mistakes, create spelling is wrong here, create table spelling is wrong. This is not a connection problem. This is what problem here? There is a SQL problem with SQL statement. So now this time this will execute now, except block. SQL problem this is. Now you can see connection failed. Yes, this is also internally error, and SQL connection failed. Why? Because the SQL connection statement is wrong. Got my point? So this is SQL statement. This exception will give this message only here. Okay. Yes. So or else you can write here any statement. Any statement means you think connection failed means this is also else block also executing. No. Just observe here. Connection failed not. Please check your connection details I'm taking. Now let's run this one. This is what happened again. You can see. Please check your connection details. Whatever we are writing, this is also executing because connection inside the connection there is a SQL problem, and SQL problem also is coming like this one. Okay. So here connection problem as well as insert problem or create table problem. Why connection problem again, sir? Because if query is wrong, then it will be unable to connect and unable to execute. No? If query is correct, then it will going to create automatically. Suppose now you can see there is no problem at all right now. So next when we hit this run button, now you can see table is created, record inserted successfully, records are reading 101, 102, finally block is obviously executing. And you can go back to database, your database, you can refresh it once, your database is created, table is created, student table. In this student table, you can check out the details, exist or not here, you can check it. Details are exist or not, you can see exist. 101, 102, Sai, Manoj, like this. Details are exist. Student table, two records are inserted. All the details are looking forward. So we are reading also, we are inserting also like this. Okay, this is all together in one program we have seen like this. So these are all programs are available in my PDF. You can go through it clearly. Okay. So in next session, we'll discuss remaining topics. So still in your Python batch, especially Python course, some topics are pending like decorator concept, generator concept, okay, regular expressions, what we can say, uh, regular expression, have we discussed regular expression concept? Can you please tell me regular expression did I cover? I think it's not covered in this batch. Regular expression means validation purpose, whether password is correct or not, a mail ID is correct or not. Yes, yes, we covered, I think. Okay, we completed, good. And still concepts are decorators, generators, multi-threading program, and pandas module, matplotlib module, assertion, logging. Okay, 6 7 topics are there. For sure next week we will finish this Python batch. After that immediately we'll start at 7 a.m. Django with REST API. See you on Monday on same link only. Link will not change. Okay, don't ask repeatedly link again and again. Every day we will not send. One time we will send the link, same link we have to join it. So Monday onwards, next week completely you have to use same link only. Link will not change. So see you on Monday. And next class 8 a.m. Those who are attending Django, you can join also today.